Hi there, Coach Sage Cande of SageRunning.com here with our top 5 running tips for beginner runners. Maybe you haven't run a step yet, or you're just starting out and you want to do a 5K or finish a 10K, or even eventually move up to the half marathon or longer distance, or just run for fitness and health. You've come to the right place. These are our top 5 running tips. All right, so tip number 1. To get into running. Running's a very demanding sport. Obviously, it hurts. Your muscles and tendons and feet need to get used to the pounding of running, and your cardiovascular system, your heart and lungs, need to get conditioned properly. And so you need to gradually work into this. Do a combination of walking for 1 minute followed by running for 1 minute, and try to do that for up to 30 minutes. Do that 3 times a week. So you're going 3 times a week, 30 minutes, combination 1 minute running, 1 minute walking. And this could be a really slow, relaxed run. Maybe you're going just barely faster than walking. That's okay. You're getting out there for 30 minutes at a time, 3 times a week. Maybe after a couple weeks, you do that 4 times a week. Then eventually, you want to build up so you're running for 2 whole minutes at a time, followed by 1 minute walk recovery. And you don't have to run fast. Again, it's all about just kind of jogging and getting out there and, getting breathing a little, getting the heart rate up, getting the legs conditioned to moving, and maybe start doing 30 or 40 minutes at a time, 3 or 4 times a week. And as long as you don't have any serious aches or pains that really last, you should be okay. And your heart and lungs will get into fitness more and more. Eventually, maybe this takes you several months, but you're able to run for 10 minutes at a time or 15 minutes at a time and build up. And if you have to take a walk break, that's okay. You're still moving outside, still good aerobic conditioning. Tip number 2 is to get a pair of proper running shoes. I'm obviously a Hoka sponsored athlete. Hoka makes a wide variety of running shoes. What's recommended is you go to a specialty run store, you get fitted for a shoe, you make sure your toes have enough wiggle room, you get in the right type of shoe. Hoka makes a wide variety of widths of different shoes, different cushioning abilities. See what works well for you. See what the running store staff has to say. A lot of them are pretty high-level runners, and they fit a lot of beginners for shoes. I used to work in a shoe store for a lot of years, seeing all sorts of different feet, running style. They could take a look at your arch type, see things like that, and make sure you invest in a good pair of running shoes, because otherwise, you wear up a beat up pair of shoes that aren't designed for running, and it could cause you a lot of pain. You're at more risk for injury, especially running on harder surfaces like pavement. So get a proper fitting pair of shoes. That's my number 2 tip. Tip number 3 is to try to learn how to run with good running form, proper running form. And luckily you've come to the right place, because I've done a lot of running form videos. At the end of this video, I'll link to our latest running form video, so you can get some pointers there on what we're looking for with proper running form, because it's all about reducing the risk of injury, trying to improve your efficiency as a runner so you could get more enjoyment. And it's a tough sport. It takes a while to build up the strength, but with proper running mechanics based on physics and biomechanics and our background in science and applied training, running with proper form is going to help you a lot, as well as trying to run on soft surfaces. Dirt trails, grassy fields are always better to learn on versus hard pavement and asphalt. But most of us live in a lot of concrete jungles, so sometimes you do have to run on harder surfaces, and that's why tip number 2, getting the proper shoes, is really important. So tip number 4 is to get a training log. Keep track of your training, what you do every day. Write it down. This is good for motivation. It's also good to look back and see how you've progressed or improved over time. And you don't need a fancy online training log. I use Strava.com. It's a website where you could upload your GPS data, but maybe you're out there with a regular stopwatch and you're just timing your runs or run-walk combinations. And so for the day, maybe you just have a piece of paper or a diary or a notebook or something where you write down the duration of how long you ran for. Maybe you track distance. Maybe you have a measured course and you track how many miles per week or kilometers per week you're running. That's always a good metric to keep track of. And then how you felt, some brief comments, maybe, what you ate and if you had stomach indigestion or something like that, but also just if you felt good or if you felt like you were breathing too hard and why that might be, or if you felt any aches or pains. It's normal to get some aches and pains, but again, if you have any serious pain that's going to make your form, make you limp or make you run with bad form, that could lead to really bad injuries. So it's better to write those aches and pains down. Make sure you keep track of them. Make sure you keep track of how many miles you have on a pair of your new running shoes, and things like that. It really helps the motivation, and you could see how you could improve over time. More time spent running more regularly, and consistency over time is what's going to really pay off with your distance running endeavors. So keeping a training log is real key to that. Final running tip is to subscribe to this running channel. We got tips for all sorts of runners, whether you're a beginner or you're looking to qualify for the Boston Marathon or Olympic trials even, as well as nutrition tips, like I said before, running form tips, workout ideas as you get more serious with your running. Again, it is all about getting out there, getting the consistency in, getting out 3 or 4 times a week for at least a half hour at a time, and trying to track your mileage is going to really build up your strength in terms of your muscles, leg muscles, core muscles, tendon strength, but also really get the heart and lungs ready so you're not always having to try to catch your breath. You actually start feeling good on some of these longer runs, and you could really amaze yourself with what the human body could do. I think we're all born runners. Some of us, it takes hard work and dedication, but it's painful, but it's really rewarding. It's really rewarding to be part of the running community, to do 5K, 10K events, and to run something crazy distance like a half marathon or a marathon or beyond, and really a really healthy lifestyle and a great sport to be a part of. So I wish you all the best on your distance running journey, and be sure to have fun out there. Follow us, subscribe on here for more future videos, as well as check out our playlist, link to it there. Playlist of training talk topics. Some of them get pretty advanced, but again, as a beginner, it's all about consistency, getting out there, running with good form, getting the proper shoes and footwear. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more VO2 Max Productions.